Dharma Sarva Dharma Sarupine Avatar Varishtaya Ramakrishnaya Te Namaha. Okay, anyways.
Pranam Maharaj, thank you so much. You are traveling and in Alabama, and still you're joining from there. We're so fortunate to be here. In today's satsang, coincidentally or not, people have asked a lot of questions about japa and chanting, all these things. So I'll read one by one. The first question is from Nivedita Ghosh. Can you hear me, Maharaj?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. From Hyderabad, India.
This is almost a group of 20 people here.
Excellent.
So they're also listening, attending this program.
Excellent. Thank you.
Increase there. Yeah.
Okay.
So, first question is from Nivedita Ghosh from Hyderabad, India. She is asking, we live in Shamshara and we know that everything is transitory by God's grace, and faith becomes stronger more with sadhu sangha and satsanga. But in spite of this, how to stay emotionally stable with alertness of mind, always holding to on our ideal and remain detached, living in midst of the people in family, society, working with people who are not much spiritually inclined and have reluctance toward understanding or believing of fundamental truths of life and spirituality.
Okay. See, her question is very, very practical question. So though I know that, or I'm believing that God is there, I should be, but how to live in the practical world? All people are not believing God, and I have to work with them. So what to do? This is a really very practical question. You know that Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, Ma Sharadana Devi, both of them, they say, has a very unique the teaching in Bengali, Jar Shange Jamon, Tar Shange Tamon. You have to behave according to the person you are handling. Jokhon Jamon, Tokhon Tamon. According to the situation, you should behave. Jikhane Jamon, Shikhane Tamon. And also the place. Wherever you are, that place accordingly, you should behave like that. So this is the three things we should maintain. It is not the selfish way we are having, but it's very practical, because when some people are there and some other type of programs are going on, if I go on talking about religion, those people won't like it. And obviously, objection will come. And then I will also not like that. So we must be very, very careful. So I will tell you a very funny way. I solved the problem long back. One gentleman came and he was telling his son, we knew him very well in Advaita Ashram. He was in a medical school, but he was not showing any interest to go over there. The father was wondering why he has lost interest. Then I asked him to send the boy so we can talk. Almost the same age group. So I took him to our terrace and told him, what happened to you? Then he said, actually, when I go to the classroom and I always take the name of God, I read the Swami Vivekananda's books, and my friends, they are all the time criticizing me. Even the girls, they are students, they come and sit by my side, they touch me. I don't like, so I am not going over there. I told you are reading medical science. So obviously, you should know everything about it. And why you are showing that you are a religious man in the school, in the classroom. You better go, and then you the girl should not have to come to you. You go and sit by their side. After one or twice, then they will never come to you. They will know that you are at the same time. Jar sange যেমন তার সঙ্গে তেমন. They understand that way. You behave like that. But inside, you should be always taking the name of God. So otherwise, you won't be able to survive. This world will remain like this. Even the Lord Buddha could not change it. Krishna could not change it. And how we can change it? But I myself can change myself. So that is the ultimate thing. The question that you have asked, you have to be always alert that you are not going to do any immoral things. But when somebody is doing that in that situation, if possible, avoid that. If not, just be there, but ignore mentally. By that way, you will find that God will help you and you need not to face those type of places or people. Thank you.
Thank you, Maharaj. Her next question is, during meditation and japo, at times, unknowingly we fall asleep. I find it as a great hindrance in concentration. Why this happens and how to get rid of this?
That is, it is in the Patanjali Yoga-darshan, it says the nidra, that is one of the hindrances. That the mala means the problem in meditation, and one of that is nidra. You know why we fall in sleep in the meditation? Because our mind becomes calm. And that is a positive sign that our mind is becoming calm. But now we have to be alert. Instead, I'm going to sleep. One of our brahmachari, when we were in training center, now he is a very famous Swami. He was having this trouble. And whenever he'll be sitting, he will fall asleep. And then not only that, he'll snore. Then others used to call him, hey, what is it? Then one senior Swami asked him that instead of sitting, you better walk and take the name of God. And maybe many of you know the Belur main temple. So in the morning at 4 o'clock, after the Arati, used to go out and constantly walking on the temple itself and taking the name of God. Or whatever number. So sometimes we take 1,000 or 2,000, 3,000, the times of name. So that he used to complete, then he used to go. All that habit of falling into sleep went away. So I would suggest that if you are falling asleep in the time of meditation, don't sit. Apply this method. Walk and take the name of God. Don't practice concentration or meditation at this moment. First, you make your mind alert, take the name of God, pray to God, and when your body will be accustomed with that, mind will be accustomed with that, then slowly practice meditation. That will help you. Thank you.
Thank you, Maharaj. So another question regarding the hindrance for japo from Mita Datta. She is asking, Maharaj, when I sit for japo, various thought comes in mind, especially the memory of my disliking people whom I always try to forget. So I cannot concentrate on japo and mind is scattered. So this is a great barrier to go forward along with my spiritual life. How to solve that?
You know that, Anita, this is the problem almost everyone. Whenever we seek for meditation, and all those thoughts will come. And that is the main problem. And we have to be alert when we are taking the name of God. So you just, before sitting, you just tell your mind, see, for 10 minutes, I'm not going to think anything. And put off your phone, so no call will come. And when you are suggesting your mind in that way, now I'm going to meditate, I'm going to take the name of God, I'm going to do the japa. Now, no other thought should disturb me. So no other thought should disturb me. If you tell your mind, after a few days, your mind will listen to you. You tell your mind, command your mind, I am not going to listen to anything except the name of God. 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But this always happens. There are funny stories about it. A guru, he found a shishya, and he was a small little shopkeeper, and he was not interested. But Guru told, please take some initiation from me. And in this village, there is no disciple. In those days, the Kula Gurus, they used to travel from village to village. Every village, they should have one disciple so that they can go and stay there. Man, in this village, you please stay. And then ultimately, he took the initiation. After 1 or 2 years, when the Guru came back in the same village, he was inquiring about the small shop. He saw the big shop, so many people are working. He said, hey, there was a small shopkeeper over here. Where is he? Our Malik then called him. He came from the inside and seeing the Guru, he was so happy. He said, Guruji, it is all because of you. Guruji was also happy. What happened? You prayed to God? Right. Every night, when I sat for meditation, to take the name of God, all those who took loans from me, their names, their names came in my mind. Immediately, I could note it down, and next day I could send the money for money. Previously, I used to forget. So many people they have taken the loan. So your mantra has helped me. So now, the Guru told, oh, this way it is helping. It is also all right. So always it happens. You know why? Even the gods become angry with us. Even the gods don't want that we should take the name of God. So they want that we should be here and we should go on continuously playing. So that is why one should be very, very alert. For nothing, no reason it is coming. I say one thing. Secondly, she said that the people she doesn't like, their names are coming in my mind, in our mind. That is in one way dangerous, it is, because in the Bhagavad Gita it says, now she must be young, I don't know, but if we are not coming out of the practice, it will be ultimately dangerous for us. Because in the Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna also, which supported that statement, when whatever you are thinking at the time of your death, you are going to be dead. So, if we are going on inside our mind, thinking about our enemies and the people I don't like, and at the time of death, that will also only come back, and we'll have to take birth in their family again. Because sometimes that is one must be very, very careful. So always be positive, always be positive. Why? For your sake. If you are not thinking in that way, we were discussing in the evening, some people are against with some other faith group, and they're constantly thinking about them. Then ultimately, in the next birth, they'll be in the other side of it. Then what will happen?
Maharaj, you said that
Actually, a question from this side.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Mark.
you said that before sitting down for japa, as a response to her question, we should try to set aside that thought. Short term, that is good. But what about to do Chitta Shuddhi? We do Karma Yoga. Effectively, try to do work without regard for any result. Will that be a long-term better way to make sure that I am not thinking negatively about others, and at the same time, I'm making my mind shuddha, so that when I sit for japa, ekagrata will be there.
What is your name?
Janmeja.
Oh, Janmeja, he actually suggested, that is a very good, that he reminded, as a short term, we can say that don't come to disturb me. For the long term, the practice, and Janmeja reminded that Swamiji said, if you are helping others, then you are actually helping yourself. By that way, also we can get rid of this hatred and all other things. And we have to pray for them whom we don't like. We have to pray for them, not for them, for me,
Right.
so that I can develop love, at least understanding that their thoughts are not disturbing me. So we should pray for them. And lastly, about this, that Jesus said in a very unique, we all know that Jesus said, love thy neighbor as thyself. But in one place he is telling, loving thy neighbor, anyone can do it. But I will ask you, that you must love your oppressors, your enemies. So that is called spirituality. The love that is going out and touching the hearts of each and everyone. Thank you, Animation.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you, Janmejai, for this interesting insights, and thank you. So the next question is from Ajita Shen from Chicago. Her experience is a little bit interesting, and so her question is, during japo meditation, when I try to meditate on Thakur Sri Ramakrishna, sometimes the images of Swamiji come to my mind, or when I try to meditate on Ma Sharadamani Devi, sometimes the images of Mother Teresa come to mind. Often I get confused. Should we continue doing japo meditation with those other images, even though I was trying to meditate on Thakur or Divine Mother?
See, this is the tricks that the mind always plays. Actually, these are also the loopholes for concentration. Though the Thakur, Ma, and Swamiji, in reality, they are all same. Whether you are meditating on Thakur or Swamiji or Ma, these are all same. Mother Teresa also a holy personality. But you see, when I am trying to concentrate on Mother Teresa is coming. Ask her to concentrate on Mother Teresa, somebody else will come. So that is the way the mind always take us away. So we have to say, no, not this. Mother Teresa is a good personality, good person, I know, but this moment only Ma Sharadamani Devi and no one else. If by closing the eyes I see those things, it is better that open your eyes, look at the photo and concentrate. And without blinking, if you can constantly look at the photo, that will also give you that concentration. Then you close your eyes, you see that image. You close your eyes and see the image. Again and again you have to practice. Your decision is fine. I am going to meditate on Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, only Sri Ramakrishna. The Krishna and the Shiva, no, I am not going to allow it now. Though they may be same, but this moment, so by that way, you can command over your mind. Otherwise, mind will always take you in a different way, and that is also one sort of type of cheating. The mind will never allow you to concentrate. So ask your mind, you are my mind. You have to listen to me. Command your mind and concentrate on that. If by closing is difficulty, open your eyes, look at the photo and concentrate. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I say something?
Sure.
So what I try when mind reflects other ways, I usually read either Karma Yoga or Bhakti Yoga, the book I have, because these are very difficult topics to understand. So obviously the moment you start reading those topics, your mind focus on those topics and all the other thoughts disappears. And after that, when you try to close your eyes, you kind of contemplate on those topics.
Now, this is the way of solving the problem.
Yes.
So your name?
Honestly.
Honestly. She is suggesting that she tried in this way. She loves Bhagavad Gita, particularly two chapters.
No, Swamiji's Karma Yoga Bhakti.
Oh, Karma Yoga Bhakti Yoga, not from Gita. Not Swami Vivekananda's Karma Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. So by that way, when she is reading that, all the disturbed mind again come back and she can concentrate again. That is also a very good way, because the mind is disturbing, give some other thought and then bring back and start fresh. That is also possible. So very good. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, Maharaj. From next few questions from me. So first question is, we came to know from various anecdotes that Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna wrote something on the tongue of Girish Ghosh or others, many of his 16 intimate Parsada. Were those meant for Ajapa Japa? This is the first part of the question. And the second part of the question is, can one do Ajapa Japa with his or her own will, or is this an automatic transformation of Manasya Japa when a person advances in the spiritual practice?
And that's true. But Sri Ramakrishna, there are many ways to give initiation, you know. The simple, ordinary way is to tell the name of God at the ear of the person so that it goes inside, and this is one. But the great gurus like Sri Ramakrishna, they could give initiation just by looking at a person or by touching them. And sometimes this is very special in Sri Ramakrishna, that he used to write the name of God on the tongue of that person, so that the tongue will never say anything but that name. Of course, that those people, they were really, really blessed. And of course, the master was a great teacher. So when he used to write on their tongue, Ajapa Japa means you are not trying to do the japa, but it is going on repeating inside. So that is also, of course, long practice. Now we take the breathing, inhaling and exhaling. We are not aware of it when we are taking in and taking out. The same way, when we are taking the name of God, we are not aware, but it is going on repeating inside the mind. So suddenly, when I listen, somebody is going on taking the name of God. So that is called japa. I am not doing japa, but japa is going on repeating. Of course, it is because of the long practice. And when one can do that, surely his or her mind has become purified. The Manashiddhi Prakarana, as the word Shankaracharya has used in his Vivek Chudamani, this is because of that. You have to go on. Of course, Shankara didn't say about the taking the name of God, but Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, Mother also said, if you take the name of God, your mind will be purified. Thank you.
Thank you, Maharaj. The next question is, in Tantric tradition, we see that there are different bija mantras for different god and goddesses. Do these bijas symbolize a specific meaning, or are they associated with different level of energy and their manifestations?
Yeah, that is in Tantra, this bija mantra is very, very important. If the bija is not there, then it is not a mantra. Every mantra should have the two words, one in the beginning, another is at the end. And that should sandwich the name of the God. But then it is a mantra. And that's why some of the traditions, they give mantra just the way we don't accept that as an initiation. A bija, the seed, that is going to sprout. Now, Om is the mantra of the Nirakara Brahma, that is consciousness. Ring is the bija of the Shakti. Ring is another Shakti. Wing, another. So by that way, these are the mantras. Sometimes we think, oh, these are all peculiar sounds. But no, it really, really contains different type of energy, different type of the enlightenment. So those who are practicing Tantra, their mantras are different with this type of bija mantra. That male god, their bija mantra will be different. Female god, their bija mantra will be different. goddesses, the female goddess. So that will be different. So of course, the person who has asked the question is true. The bija, the seed is different, and that gives different energy. Now, suppose you are in India, and in India, if you are taking a name like Alexander, immediately they will say it is not Indian. But in somewhere, maybe in Great Britain or Europe, those who are having this type of name, and if you say the Paddo Palash, they will say, what is it? We cannot pronounce. So the name, for us, the people, it is a beautiful name. For them, they don't understand. Same way, the God manifests in different ways, and their bija mantras are carrying that type of power. So sometimes we think, oh, these are all funny things. That's not. It's really very serious. So when you are pronouncing the bija mantra correctly, the effect is coming within you. When you are pronouncing correctly, nowadays your talk can be typed immediately. Yeah. But if your pronunciation is not perfect, you won't be able to do that. Same way, there are some the computer opening. If you are just making a sound, but that sound should be perfect, then only it will act. Otherwise, it won't. Same way, this is also happening in this way. This time, I think 2022, the Nobel the prize has been given on this, that everything is nothing but consciousness. On this basis, I think someone was telling like that. So science is also slowly approaching to this way, and then this is so subtle. You cannot just, of course, they are making understanding that through mathematics, but still it is very difficult to say. Anyway, our beach mantra, they are very powerful, very effective, and different from different gods and goddesses. Thank you.
Thank you, Maharaj. Our next question is, are Brahma and Adda Shakti and Purusha and Prakriti are similar in concept? Can you please expound on these from the angle of Shankar and Vedanta philosophy?
That is, the Shankar philosophy, they believe that Purusha and Prakriti are separate. And Vedanta think that they are one. This is the difference only. So this is the Shakti, the power which the Vedanta say Maya. So that is the power of the Brahman. The Brahman, when acting, creation, preservation, destruction, is using the power that is called Maya Shakti. It is the power of Brahman. But the Shankar says, no, the power is completely separate. It is different. That has come in the story that when the Parvati, she wanted to go to her father's house, and the Shiva told, no, you should not go. See, all our tradition through the stories only they give. The Parvati's father was having a great yajna, and Parvati told, I will go to my father's house, all my sisters have come. But Shiva told that they have not invited me, I should not go. You also should not go. When the Parvati wanted to go, Shiva, as a husband, said, I am telling you, you should not go. Then the Parvati took actually her different forms. So Navaratri, Navadurga, Navashakti, their power. And there, when Shiva saw that, and he became also afraid. So Kali, because the Kala, the time, the Shiva is ending everything, the Kala, time. So he became afraid seeing the Kala Murti, the different image of the mother. So she became Kali. Like that. That means the conception of the Purusha is different, Prakriti is different. But Vedanta says, no, it is one and there is no two. This is the only difference.
Thank you, Maharaj. One follow-up question. Why does always Shakti come in the form of a female? not male.
And that is important. The Shakti always, that is why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, if you go to your house, you will find that the lady of the house, she is instructing people and running and all those things. That is called the Shakti expression. It comes like that. Actually, she is creating. The creation comes from the mother. So the creation and sustenance both is done by the mother. So they take that Shakti as the mother. That when we think about giving birth to a child, we cannot imagine the pain and the patience that the mother is having. The patience for a long 10 months, and then the pain before birth and after birth. So much, but very smiling face, only mother can bear. That's why so much of respect for the mother. And the Hindus, they say, as because mother has given this, so even in the nature, even in the God, that aspect of God is mother. So that is why they say. Otherwise, it is not different. Kali and the Shiva are not different. Only the Shiva lying down and waiting for a cup of coffee, not doing anything. And Kali is acting. So that is, they call it Mother. Matri Shakti, that means the power of love and power of patience. That is Matri Shakti. When I went to Bangladesh and I was traveling in a train, and I'm not going to name those people, and so they were debating the way that the male should be under the administration of the female. I was only Hindu, all others were different religion. So they were debating, that is your problem. So I was turning his face, though outside I couldn't see anything but as if I am seeing. So like that. So that is the nighttime train. Then one person told another, Acha, you are from India, what is your idea? Whether the male should be governed by the women or not? I was thinking, oh my God. What should I say? When I'm thinking that the gentleman who was sitting by my side is a religious leader over there, he said, in Bengali, Bangladeshi Bengali, উনি কি কইবেন that স্বামীর বুকের উপর নাচতে থাকা বউরেই তো পুজো করেন।
I think we should translate it.
So what we can say, because they worship a wife who is dancing on the chest of her husband. That is Pakistani.
So how can he give the right answer?
That is true. I have no right to give any comment over that. The mother is always that. Thank you.
Another interesting question, Maharaj, always comes to mind that when Avatar comes, is accompanied by a Shakti, like when Thakur came, Ma Sharadamani Devi came as a Shakti. But her role was a little bit different compared to others like Bhagavan Buddha or Sri Chaitanya. In those cases, their partner or the wife, or who would you call it, they actually did not actively participate in this divine drama. So if you can a little bit expound on this, that for Thakur Sri Ramakrishna, it's a little bit different.
Well, I understood, but that should be the last question, okay? Because I'm
Yes.
Almost 2 hours or 2.5 hours.
Yes, ma'am.
Is first, if we see in the Satya Yuga, the male and female, the husband and wife, all were engaged in research. So they were discovering different type of knowledges, and they were known as the rishis. Next came Treta Yuga, and in the Treta Yuga, Sri Ramachandra, when he was inside the jungle, he was traveling, he met many of the rishis. Rishis means they were also having the wives. The wives were also practicing meditation. They were also researching, because that was also necessary at that time. But Rama was accompanied by his wife Sita. And it was appreciated by those rishis and their wives. Why? Because in the Satya Yuga, it was necessary, even in the beginning of the Treta Yuga, that the women also, those who are capable, should be in the laboratory, should be developing the different type of knowledges, how to grow fruits, how to maintain the animals, how to develop this and that, medicines and all that. Now that everything was discovered, but the human society should be now properly done. It was not there. Population is growing. Satya Yuga population is very less. Treta Yuga population is growing. Now the responsibility of making the home properly again came on the shoulder of the women. So they say from Brahma Vadini, you should be now the Pativrata. This Pativrata Dharma, that started, we can say, from the Sita. A little before also, but Sita. So this we have to understand first. Before it was Brahmavadini. And the Brahmavadini, one of them, she gave all the jewelries and beautiful clothing to Ma Sita. But we couldn't use it. Now you should use it. And don't waste your time in other things, but following your husband and constantly helping him to establish the Dharma. So that is the Dharma of the wives. The responsibility shifted from Brahmavadini to Pativrata. And that continued next, Thakur Yuga also, at the time of Sri Krishna. There we find all the ladies taking care of the homes. They were like the Kunti and all others. Now came the present day, that is the Kali Yuga. Now again it is necessary for the women to develop the spiritual power, the pure power, at the same time maintaining the home. So that responsibility came on Ma Sharadamani Devi. If you have read, I don't know, Sister Nivedita, when commenting on Mother, she raised a question. Is she the representative of the ancient India or the representative of the modern India? The modern India means the women should be educated. Women also should try give their energy and the intellect to develop their society and at the same time maintaining the families. So this is the great responsibility. The mother is the bridge between the ancient and the modern. She is a Brahmavadini, she is meditating, she is worshipping, she is taking care of the spiritual life. At the same time, a homemaker. She is caring of everything. So by that way, she is the bridge between the ancient and the modern. Modern day girls, ladies, should be like Masharadamani Devi. So that is the way we should understand. Thank you.
Thank you, Maharaj. We'll finish with the Shanti Mantra.
The Shanti Mantra. You can also join. We will repeat Shanti 3 times and repeat after me. Om Shanti.
Om
Shanti.
Shanti.
Shanti. Hari Om. Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu